Hello guys, and welcome back. I got a question yesterday asking, would it be helpful to supplement with an amino acid? And I'm going to tell you how I supplement my amino acids. So what I've done in the last few years is fall in love with resistance training. When I resistance train, I am using my own amino acids, the ones that I built. We call these amino acids muscles. So muscle is the most potent form of amino acid supplement that you could possibly make. We have a central metabolism in our bodies. So we have the capacity. Metabolism can be very tricky, but it also can be very simple. So we're going to try and keep things simple. Our central metabolism can produce most of our amino acids in a certain quantity. We call our essential amino acids and essential fatty acids essential because the way that we can produce them internally isn't always to the capacity or the demands and the needs of our, say, immune system, skin function, sexual reproduction, right? Sometimes we have a lot of stress in the environment right now, so our problem is getting ahead of our depletion rate. So we call them essential because we must obtain them through the diet. So like tryptophan is one of the ones that I always talk about. We need to obtain through the diet in order to build enough serotonin and melatonin. Most people are devoid in enough serotonin and melatonin and other things, which is why we need tryptophan. So, and it also creates things like dopamine as well, or can contribute to that. So it's so important. All of these molecules like melatonin can help build steroid hormones as well. The point being is that when you have a diet full of amino acids, full of essential fats and amino acids, you can use that to store on the body as skeletal muscle. So what this does is it makes you a moving energy body, a moving packet of energy. And what happens when we get sick? What happens when we get sick, and what we know with resilience. So we know that younger people and people with muscle who exercise frequently are more resilient to illness. Imagine this. You come down here with an illness. The body decides that you need to rest. The only thing you really feel like doing, you stay in bed and you close your eyes and you need sleep and you need fluids. During that time period of sickness, even though you're laying down, the body is creating a fever. It's actually boosting its energy resources. And where is it going to get these energy resources if you haven't held them, if you haven't been practicing holding your energy resources? It's going to pull from the muscle, because our muscle is our storage form of amino acids. When the body needs more energy, when the immune system needs more energy, which it always does, we constantly are facing viruses and cancer cells and other pathogens in the environment. Your body is constantly fighting. The immune system is constantly on, and it's constantly dehydrated in a lot of these scenarios. As you get older, you are in this dehydrated depression, a lowering of energy. So we need to have more amino acids coming from the external diet, and we need to focus on putting on muscle. So we need to learn how to resistance train and the powers of that. Use the knowledge that we've been having all this knowledge, so we need to put it in practice sooner rather than later. So when you put on the muscle, when the body's fighting infection, it will draw from the muscle. It has plenty of resources if it needs. It's like having a storage form of water. You're out in the desert and you have a carton of water with you. That's basically what your muscle cells are if you go through a time period of sickness. It is the organ of longevity, so it's related to a health span, so it is related to lifespan, health span, quality of life. And then what do we know besides that? When we get older and we face this degradation of the body, we will pass on through that muscle, and then we'll start pulling from the bone. The bone is where we store even more amino acids, more vitamins, more minerals, right? So once we're done that, we go so far, right? That means that we've lost muscle, we've likely don't have enough amino acids for collagen, so for tendon and for joint function. So we have a lot of pain in the body, right? We have a lot of instability because those tendons and those joints all contribute to our proprioception, our ability to figure out where we are in space, to hold the balance for the nervous system, for the cerebellum. And then we might suffer from falling from an injury. We might incur traumatic brain injury from that point of view too. And I've had someone very close to me suffer from a traumatic brain injury, and the number one thing that I was trying to encourage was putting on these battery packs, putting on this muscle, getting ahead of the stress response. So the point being is that there is no supplement or vitamin in the environment that you could possibly take that is stronger and or more potent, especially if you're older, than to practice putting on your own vitamins and minerals and nutrients via muscle. So, and muscle is our largest endocrine organ, so it's our largest hormonal organ. It's when we expand and contract, and it just takes one time a day, one exercise a day in the morning that you devote yourself to. I devote myself to this exercise, to this expansion and this contraction. One really good set, I call them one set wonders. Don't overwhelm yourself, make it so simple. But our capacity to move is incredible. Our capacity to hold energy and to heal our own bodies. So check out this book, Fast Like a Girl by Dr. Mindy Peltz, because I don't know so much. I don't know everything. I just get really excited about a lot of things, and trying to share that information for what has helped me in my past. The video I made yesterday was on juggling, so like you could learn how to juggle and severely help your musculoskeletal system by doing that, right? Because that's great for coordination, it's great for the nervous system. So the point is to believe in your own strength, to believe in the power and the capacity that you have. It's difficult. Our food situation is really difficult right now. A lot of even the vegetables and the nutrients that we go to the store and the same bananas that we have now versus way back when, or have like dropped significantly in terms of their nutritional profiles. And again, this nutritional profiles is all it is amino acids. When I'm looking at a banana, I'm seeing the same thing as in a steak, but when I look at the steak, I know that it has more dense amino acids, and I also know that it wasn't subject. I also know that it had a little bit more energy capacity due to the animal's ability for kinetic energy. So kinetic energy is so important. We need this for our bodies to thrive. I always talk about the synthesizing of carnitine. Carnitine is something we need for the electron transport chain within the mitochondria, so we need it for mitochondrial functioning. We need mitochondrial functioning to help our immune system. We need it for decreasing our risk for certain cancers as well, because cancer is a metabolic disease, from Otto Warburg and Thomas Seyfried and all these other wonderful people who have done a lot of cancer research and have really harped on mitochondrial functioning as one of the ways to prevent that. So energy functioning, the brain needs is going to take 20 to 30% of the total body energy, meaning that if you also don't have muscle on the body, it will take from the brain. So we will see troubles in mental health that we see rampant all the time anyway in our society now. So we put on some battery packs, we keep eating our amino acids, we start going out in the sunlight to synthesize vitamin D to help the body break down, and then we keep replenishing, keep practicing, learning about resistance training, putting our knowledge to good use, and being our best source and supplement ever. So hope this was helpful as always. If it was, please like, share, and subscribe. As always, good luck.